Lowestoft to Hull to Perth on the northeast coast, to Torquay in the south, and beyond to Devonshire and Cornwall, to Carlisle in the northwest, to every point of the compass. Every afternoon, the special fish trains pull out of the ports in one of the largest daily transport operations in the world.
Up on the Scottish coast, north of Aberdeen, where the waters of the Moray Firth meet the sea, there's a little port called Buckie. There the small boats swing in past the mole in maybe ones and twos. Places like Hull are one side of the picture. Places like Buckie are the other. 50 years ago, this was a bustling little port, though now a boat may land no more than 12 or 15 boxes a day. The old hands remember, of course, when things were different. 50, 60 years ago, when they anchored offshore, and the fishermen's wives came wading out, skirts and petticoats pulled up over their knees, carrying a tot of whiskey for their men. It was a hard life, a hand-to-mouth life. You brought your catch ashore and sold it where you could, hawking it to the Highland farms. Sometimes when the weather was bad, there was no catch at all, and gradually buyers drifted away to the bigger ports, where there were always fish for sale. So the large grew larger, and the small ports dwindled gradually away. With the years, the scene shifted to Fraserburgh, 50 miles down the coast, or to places like Grimsby, Hull, Fleetwood, Aberdeen, Peterhead. In these ports, you'll find every kind of vessel. The big deep-sea trawlers with a crews of 20 men or more, fishing in the Faroes and up in the grey Icelandic waters, maybe 21 days at a time. The smaller ships with their crews of 8 or 9. The herring drifters. The little inshore boats putting out from places like Buckie and bringing their catch in here. But now, strangely enough, the little boats are again going back to the home ports. Again, the scene is shifting. For offsetting the element of chance and weather, industry, with a new technique, is bringing the small ports back to life once more. Quick freezing is the new thing, and quick freezing is a vastly different thing from simple refrigeration. It is freezing at great speed and at Arctic temperatures. We have always smoked or dried or pickled fish, but quick freezing keeps it as good as the hour it was caught, to store and use whenever you want it. Where the deep freezer comes, seasonal gluts and shortages will no longer be such a serious matter. Of course, the old ways of preserving fish, like smoking haddock, have never changed, and probably never will. For these are traditional crafts, almost as old as the fishing trade itself. Row on row, they're placed in the kilns, sometimes 15 levels high. It depends on lots of things, smoking a haddock. Temperature, humidity, even the direction of the wind. The only true measure is experience and judgment. It may take 6 or 10 or 16 hours, and the kilns will still be smoking long after dark.
"1 o'clock that same night, and the trains that left Grimsby and Hull and Aberdeen only a few hours ago are arriving in the towns. Not only at the mainline stations, for here too something new has come, a fish station. Finsbury Park in London, straight off the wagons in the siding, the boxes go to the lorries standing by. No buying or selling here, or waiting for bells. Everything has been ordered and allocated before it even arrives. By 5 o'clock in the morning, every last box has been cleared and is off through the empty streets. With the first light of early morning, the story ends. In market stalls and fish fryers, in every kind of shop, old and new. And what has happened in the meantime? Yesterday, you had fish in one place. Today, you have it in another. You moved it. That's all. Now, yesterday's catch lies on the nation's dinner tables. And down in London and Leeds and Liverpool, the markets are closed. And up in the ports, the big boats, the little boats, 9,000 strong, are heading out to sea again, to reap the only harvest we never have to breed or sow, fatten or fertilize. Some will be back by morning. Others will be gone a month. Their holds may be empty, or maybe crammed to the decks with a share of that total catch of over 1 million tons a year. 1 million tons a year. Bars of silver. Really terrific stuff.